Hi, my name is Chris Luter. I'm the Forest County Potawatomi Tribe's CIO. My role entails basically leading the government operations, oversight of technology, and technology investments as a whole. We're equivalent to a small county when it comes to the things that we deliver, so we have a very diverse portfolio of solutions and entities that we have to support, from a healthcare clinic to standard tribal government, family services, a museum.
Chris, the CIO, was hired about 4 years ago. About 4 or 5 months into that, he hired me, brought me on board to really run the engineering team, the infrastructure team, desktop services team, things of that nature, to really put structure and get them working as one unit.
The Potawatomi were internalizing an IT department versus using external resources.
We're trying to solve a problem that had happened. Backups were a problem, so they bought a product. They thought they needed disaster recovery, so they bought a product that was on sale. None of those things really got implemented in a form or fashion that allowed them to really cohesively work and provide a true solution to the business.
It was very important for me to bring a much more strategic perspective, to focus on how we actually got away from the transactional behavior sets, concentrated more on the investment and the long-term and the integration of solution sets.
It doesn't make sense to go cutting edge if the business isn't ready for it. And if you wait for the business to ask you for something, you're probably too late.
That was my job, I felt at that point, was to bring in the right team, to increase the skill sets in the team, and more importantly, to bring in the right strategic partner to create that strategic approach, to create that vision, and to drive this in a different way that was allowing us to actually create something versus just holding something together.
The customer is expecting 100% of their vision to be realized, not 80%.
We clarified where we were headed, the things that we needed to do, the types of resources, and the types of partnerships that we would be looking for.
The executive council would say, this is our long-term vision for the tribe. Chris would hand that down to Russ, and Russ and I would meet and we'd discuss that vision.
We also discussed in great detail the nature of the team that I had in this situation and what we would need from HPS in order to be able to bridge some of the weaknesses and then fix some of those weaknesses.
And then we'd start pulling in subject matter experts to talk about that, so that would shift the conversation from a high-level vision down to more of a technical conversation between his technical team and my technical team.
It was important for us to bring HBS and those groups into a room and start teaching in communication, start teaching expectation through the interaction as we fix things. We have now won 2 tribal industry awards in my 4 years. We are regularly producing materials for magazines. We are regularly asked to be speakers at various conferences. I myself am going to be speaking at the National Tribal Financial Officers Conference on cybersecurity actually in the next few weeks. The technology and the foundation that we've put together and the fact that it delivers, it's reliable, and the resources are trusted results in huge empowerment of an IT department to not only drive the thing that they're in charge of forward, but within a tribal community to be used as an example and to drive others forward. And that giving back is a huge part of the beauty of working for an organization like this.